Dave, and welcome to Civil Tarot. This is a reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of May. It's a general read. I'm going to pull 7 cards, 7-card spread, and then I'm going to do some clarifiers on each of the cards. So if this reading does not resonate, please feel free to check out my other readings that are related to your astrological chart. So a reading for Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of May. Just a couple more shuffles here and get started. I'm just going to cut the deck. Sagittarius Sun, Moon, Rising for the month of May. So the first card out and at the heart of the spread is the Two of Swords, and the Two of Swords is air energy. It is Moon in Libra. We recently had a full moon in Libra there the last couple of weeks ago, so this could be a timestamp. What's crossing it here is the Page of Cups. The Page of Cups is water energy, and water is Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. What's crowning the spread is the Knight of Pentacles, earth energy. Earth is Virgo, Capricorn and Taurus. For me it's Taurus, and we're going into the Taurus time, so I think the last couple of weeks for this reading is very significant, and for the month of May. At the base of the spread, what lies beneath is the Death card, and the Death card is a major arcana card, and it is Scorpio. In the recent past we have the High Priestess, another major arcana card, and the High Priestess is Pisces for me. What's coming toward you is the Ten of Swords, which is air energy, and this actually fell out when I was pre-shuffling before the recording here. Ten of Swords talks about Sun in Gemini. And the outcome here is the Six of Pentacles, which is earth energy again. And earth is Taurus, Capricorn and Virgo. It's actually the moon in Taurus, and we're today when I'm doing the recording there is a new moon in Taurus, so I feel at this reading it's very significant around this time. Excuse me. The energies might be just for the month of May and May only, and here at the bottom of the deck the overall energy is the King of Cups, lovely water energy, and water energy is Pisces. I can't think at the moment, too early. Pisces, Cancer and Scorpio. So let's get into the read. So I just feel for some that they need to stop looking at a certain person or a situation through rose-tinted glasses. This could be to do with a child or somebody that's acting like a child. But I feel if it is to do with a child, this child is very sensitive at the moment and may need a feeling of security. They may be worried at this time, and sure we can all understand as to why in today's society what's going on. I feel, yeah, they could be worried about if they're looking at the news or, you know, hearing statistics on the telly about the virus or that. I feel that for some child they are picking it all up, soaking it all in, and it's not healthy for them, because they don't understand the, you know, it's more for an adult to understand and not for a young child. So I feel if you're reading this and you know of a young child that's around you, or just to stop talking about the virus or watching the telly or something like that, because your child's quite frightened about it all. So let's see what the Two of Swords. So the Two of Swords here talks about being indecisive to make a decision, and this could be from the last 2 weeks, when the full moon was in Libra, and it can also talk about going within. I do see here as well that someone around you could end up pregnant. It would be accidental pregnancy. So let's just see what this Two of Swords is about. Clarify the Two of Swords. It's clarified with the Queen of Pentacles, and the Queen of Pentacles is a very homely person. It's energy. I feel as well that this is definitely talking about timestamp. So I just feel from the Easter time, the energy that's around you, that you may be trying to invest or concentrate on a particular thing, but I feel that you really don't know the full story, and I do feel that this is to do with a child. I feel you may need to take the blindfold off and see what's really going on around you. Well, here now with the Page of Cups, there's a Two of Cups. So I feel that if it's to do with a relationship, it's a much younger person. But this could be even to do with it. Now, when I say child as well, it doesn't necessarily mean that it's a young child. This is a different thing now, but what you gotta just feel that it's younger energy. So you could have a child, but they could be in their 20s or whatever. But I feel that they're going into a relationship, a union of two people coming together in love and love or friendship. And I feel that it's a very good love here for them. Also, I say that if you may be thinking about getting back with the father or mother of your child. I can see that here too. So what's the Death card? So the Death card talks about Scorpionic energy, and Scorpio is all about the 8th house. It's talks about death, sex, transformation. It can talk about bonding at the deepest level. It can also talk about money inheritance, and talks about the subconscious mind, and it talks about investments. So I feel that someone here is being invested emotionally into a relationship, or they've overinvested emotionally with this younger energy that's here. Card for the Death card. Clarify that. Yeah, it's lovely. So we have here clarifying the Death card is the Empress, and the Empress is a major arcana card. The Empress talks about Venus, and Venus is all about love. It's all about creating. It's definitely, there's a major pregnancy around here. It was an accidental pregnancy for some, and yeah, I feel that you'll find out very soon, because here we are with the Empress, and the Empress is Libra and Taurus, and we're coming into the Taurus time. This is May, so I feel that you're going to find out about a major pregnancy around you. It could be to do with it could be yourself, or it could be someone around you, you know, a female, so your daughter, sisters, you know, someone that's close to you, a good friend or that. I feel that would that be right now? Yeah, this pregnancy is due in around the first couple of weeks in November. I also say, but there's with the Venus card here with the Empress, so it's all about abundance, but it's material gain that you can touch, tangible abundance. So it talks about money, and so I feel that in the month of May, for Sagittarians, you're going to start making money, creating money, maybe even buying stuff that is you know, that you find beautiful, that you're attracted to. You might be, you know, redecorating your home, or, you know, buying new clothes, but you're going to bring a sense of you know, of love and care to yourself. That was the High Priestess. Okay. Yeah, it's definitely just keeps coming up. There is someone around you that's pregnant. If it's not you, it's a very good friend. And I think you already have a feeling of who this is, because here we have the High Priestess and the Nine of Pentacles, and the High Priestess is an inner known. So I think you already have an inkling as to who it is, and you've kind of within the recent past just realised, oh my, you know, but they are going to come towards you and to tell you that they are. You could have even dreamt about this person, you know, or dreamt about a pregnancy of sorts. I feel it might be a secret pregnancy. They might not want to reveal who the father is. But it is, yeah, it's definitely a younger energy. So I do feel for some this is to do with your child. You know, if you have a daughter that's pregnant, or your son has got a young girl pregnant. You may not be quite so happy about it. I feel that, or somebody, maybe not yourself, but somebody is going to be very sharp tongued around this. They probably don't, I suppose, you know, there's much worse than getting pregnant, but this could do with the other grandparent or that. But I feel that if this is right and there's a child coming in, there may be court battles in the future to do with maintenance money, or maybe that's what you should do, that if it's sort out child maintenance, you know, get it done, you know, legitimately, you know, that that the child has support week after week. So what's the Knight of Pentacles all about? Yeah, it's going to be a shock to somebody here. Because I feel that the Knight is very young energy. This young person probably had their own ambitions, and maybe becoming pregnant or being a father is not one of, you know, their dreams as such. But so it will become a bit of a shock to somebody here. And I do feel definitely in around the Scorpion time, the last 2 weeks in October, first 2 weeks in November, is to when the child is expected. Else, clarify the Tower. It could be very that, you know, if it is with this young person and they find out, it could be a little bit earth-shattering for them. They could be, you know, very worried, or not even so worried, yeah, worried about it, you know, very emotional for them. Clarifying the Tower, and yeah. So clarifying the Tower, yeah, they might have a little bit of a wobble at first, and maybe move away from the situation. As I said, they probably they're fearful of facing up to it, but they know they have decisions to be made, and I think by early next year that they will accept, you know, there might be some indecisiveness about it. I don't mean to say, but you know, I feel that, you know, they'll find it hard to accept, you know, the pregnancy and the birth, but I do feel then that it is coming as a blessing in disguise, and this child is a blessing in disguise, and there'll be healing brought to, you know, to the situation. I do feel it's a very young person, because I feel that that when you think of, you know, the mother or the father of this newborn baby, that they're only children themselves. So coming towards the Ten of Swords. So they may feel a little bit backstabbed where life is concerned, but I feel that they're really hiding their emotions towards it. I think they're very, very like afraid. Of course, you know, it's a big step. You know, it's a new chapter in their life. But I do feel in the end that this new baby will become, bring a new day. You know, a new day is dawning, and they'll realise that, or they will, you know, express that this child means the world to them. You know, and it'll be their be all and end all. You know, which is lovely. I think it's all about, you know, acceptance. I do feel though, going forwards, definitely that there needs to be some type. It's either going to be about maintenance, or how do you say, to see, you know, to have the, you know, the rights to see the child, you know, a day or two, you know. So there will be, I don't want to say battles, but it will be brought to court, you know, not court battles, but it will be brought to court. But I do feel that and maybe one of the parents feels that they have not got the resources, like, you know, to be a mother or a father, that they feel like that you know, they don't have how to say, like they're probably like that they don't have enough money, they don't feel that they can give love, they don't, you know, that they have the power, you know what I mean, to bring up a child, you know, but they do. You know, I think it's because they're so young, and it's very overwhelming for them, but they do, and there will be balance brought in, and they will, you know, money will come, you know, they do have the, I don't want to say the tools, but, you know, the to manifest it, to, yeah. And I feel that if this is to do with you or a friend of yours, or that, I feel they'd be very heavily involved with their child, whether it be, you know, the grandmother or the grandfather. They'd be very invested, and the child won't go without, that's for sure. And I don't feel that, like I said, that there's some things worse than having a baby, because I think, especially the parents of this new baby or whatever, the mother or the father, I feel they know already, you know, that they've been reckless or that, so they don't need to be, you know, criticised in that way. And I do feel that this child, which is beautiful, this child that's coming into the world, is going to be very well loved. You know, it's a new beginning for somebody. no, I don't. No, I'm not even going to say new beginning, but like it's very, it's like a little soulmate that's coming in, and it's going to bring a lot of happiness and a lot of love into the family. You know, it's going to heal the family, and yeah, they could even bring, you know, two sides of the family together, which is lovely. I feel this child will be also very sensitive, very loving, very caring. Yeah, so that's it, Sagittarius. I hope you enjoyed my reading. If it does not resonate, as I said, please feel free to check out my other readings that relate to your astrological sign. So you could be like a sun in Sagittarius, but your moon or your rising sign could be different. Like it could be in an earth sign or that. So please feel free to check it out. So thanks. Bye.